Okay, guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be going over a little bit of the NMPLOL situation. As an old head of the internet, I know NMP from way back in the day. As a viewer, I used to watch Soda Pop a lot back in the day. I don't mind the guy. I actually like him. Obviously, the big running gag is yes, the guy is a bit of a douchebag, but that's what it is. What it is. What it is. But anyways, as you've probably heard, the divorce went in his favor. He won. He beat his ex-wife. In court, right? He didn't, not physically, of course. No, of course not. But he won in the sense that, well, not really, right? So he got the 50-50. He wanted a 50-50 split for everything he owned to go to his ex-wife Milena. He got that. Now she's trying to appeal it. Supposedly, she lost the appeal. The appeal was denied, but I think she can appeal it again somehow or another. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure how this is going to work. But regardless, why we're here for today is Henri Resilient. He is a known YouTuber. I actually liked Henri Resilient. I followed him a lot back in the day. He was pretty big in the XUC Adapt court case. What I primarily watched him for back in the day was, if you know who JDF is, Jason David Frank, rest in peace. He was the original Green Ranger and became the White Ranger for Power Rangers. And then later on, he had a few other things. He was in the movies. He was in the Dino Power Ranger series, Dino Thunder, I think it was. But anyways, tragically, he took his own life. Throughout that whole process, a shitload of drama came out with, his family and everything. Henry actually reported on that. I thought that whole situation was very interesting. I enjoyed it. I will say this. From everything I've looked into this right here, Henry's being he's being a complete douchebag here. And I think the reason why is Henry absolutely, without a doubt, he fucking despises NMPLOL. And he's doing this out of spite. So I don't agree with how he's handling this right here. He's taking everything out of context. He's showing it all on one side. He's making Milena look really good here. And this is the problem. So I'm gonna go a few of his tweets. Once we go a few of his tweets, we're actually gonna watch a Tectone video. Tectone goes in a bit about here. He has his opinions. And I'll agree with Tectone on a lot of this stuff, but we're gonna see what he has to say about it as well. Alright, but this is the first tweet we have right here. Henri Resilient, my cousin NMP divorce was worse than I thought. New video coming soon. Alright, you can look. I'm gonna read it. I'm not monetizing YouTube. I haven't that far. I really don't care about censorship shit, right? NMPLOL says, hey retard. And when I'm not controlled, you lose your shit. You've done nothing for 6 months. Stop gaslighting me. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, alright. Then she, that's not controlling, it's saying the fact. I asked my dad about it. He agrees. Gaslighting for years, saying I'm crazy. Too crazy to be on an account. My mom didn't have access to it at all. With my money in it. She got half of hers when they divorced. That's human trafficking. Are you worried about LL? That's not. Alright, so what's going on here is she's claiming that she doesn't have access to, I guess, Nick's money. Nick said that's not the case. When we watched the Tectone video, Tectone's not even going to say so. Tectone has went shopping with Milena. Milena has her bank and debit card that she uses to buy shit. So she's 100% has access to the money. Now, I don't know what kind of restrictions in place. Maybe she can only spend so much money a day. Maybe he has a limit on her. And this may be a hot take for some people, but I think that's totally based of him and fine if he limits how much money she can use. He doesn't want her fucking taking all his money and running off to Norway or Sweden, wherever she's from. I think that's fine. He's a man in the relationship. He's fucking going to be the man. He's going to stand up. He's fucking handling the finances. Milena didn't have that. She came from nothing, essentially, when came to streamer. She was just his hot wife. I'll be dead ass. People say she did so much in the behind the scenes at OTK, but as Tectone will say in the video, like, if you have $250,000 anybody can make an event look really good. Kind of been a waste of money there, right? But you see how OTA is doing now. They're not doing too hot. But obviously it is weird that she would somehow she thinks that he's human trafficking her because she doesn't have full access. She wants full access to his money. I guarantee you that if Nick gave her full access, she would take all his money and jet off and run away with it. But let's go to the next little tweet we got, right? So, look, I do comment on this in a different Twitter thread. I'm not gonna get up here. It's with Asian Andy. So I've seen this shit thrown around a lot for several years now. I have an opinion on it. So Nick was 22 years old at the time, and Milena, his girlfriend, was 17 years old when they met, and they started dating when she was 17. Look, he's 5 years older than her. I get that. I understand. I get that. You know, it's not. I would say it's weird if he was 30. But he is 22. However, knowing everything we've known in the past with how this kind of shit goes, she was in another foreign country, and whether people like it or not, the age of consent in Texas is 17. All right, and let's just say if in the odd event, let's just say that Nick met her in Norway and he had sexual interactions with her in Norway. All right, let's just say he did that. I just want to put it out there that it's not an actual crime. I know how crazy it might sound that, oh, hey, he's 5 years older than her. She was a minor. Technically, yes, she is a minor. But age of consent, I believe, in her country at the time was either 16 or 17 as well. And 17 in Texas. So when people refer to the felony law of, I guess, Americans or going to foreign countries and having intercourse with minors, that kind of thing, typically, it's... we know what causes the shit that happened in the past with Dr. Disrespect, and like I said, I remember this being brought up fucking almost close to 10 years ago, I believe. It's been a fucking long time. So, unless the only way it would be illegal for him to have sexual intercourse, assuming if he did, I don't know if he may not have, he would have had to promise her money or anything like that for it to actually become illegal. Just so people know, it is not illegal for somebody 18 and older. We'll just say, in instance, let's just say if they're 30 years old, it's not illegal for that said 30-year-old to go to a foreign country and, you know, I don't know, mess with a minor when they're 17. As fucking weird as that sounds, I know it sounds fucking crazy. As long as the original intention was not to go there and do this kind of promiscuous thing, then it's not illegal. It sounds so weird to say, but let's back this up at all. All right, regardless of the point, I don't think he did have any kind of sexual relations with her. And the reason why I say that, and what I'm basing it on, Milena is trying everything she can do to fucking ruin this man's life. Let's just be upfront about this. I think she wanted a 60-40 split. She's trying to leave Nick with no cash in his bank account. She wants all his cash money, and for him to stay stuck with fucking all his money in like stocks and shit. He has nothing that he can't do anything with it. And the reason why is that all she literally had to come out and say, "Oh yeah, yes, he had sex with me when I was underage." Dude, the public opinion of Nick right now would get dragged through the fucking mud on the internet. People would shit all over him for this. The fact that she has not done this leads me to believe nothing of that sort happened when she was underage. It may have happened when she hit 18. And if you want to sit there and try to say he groomed her, dude, he's fucking 5 years older than her. I mean, 5 years. And I'll be honest, back then, 2013, Nick, regardless of what people may fucking think, Nick wasn't that fucking successful back then. Soda Poppin was carrying him. I'm not trying to bash the guy, but he wasn't fucking, that fucking big of a streamer back then, He was known as the tech guy behind the scenes for Soda Poppin. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, let's just move past it here because it's whatever. This is the problem. I did comment here. This is the problem with Nick. Nick has had in the past when it comes to people shitting on him online. It bothers him too much, and in every way it's right. He can come out and defend himself. Like he absolutely can. But should you always come out and defend yourself? Yes, maybe no, but he could have worded things differently. Look, I understand. He doesn't like Henry. Henry doesn't like Nick. But I will say, like I said before, he gets offended way too easily. He could have literally ignored this shit and went about his life, and nobody would have cared. That's what I'm saying here. And dude, I will say this right here. I don't like how Henry is framing this shit. I'm actually very disappointed in him. I've watched him in the past, like I said before. I don't understand, but supposedly Nick's trying to look in legal action against Henry Resilient. It's not gonna happen. You can't. Anybody can go out and buy the court transcripts and kind of shit. Pay their couple $100 and do it. I can do that. Obviously, Henry's doing it to make money and shit. Look, I am not against Henry doing this. I'm against how he's setting it up. I think it's fucked up that how he's trying to frame Nick entirely as a villain. He's not releasing any kind of damning evidence as far as Melina, what she may have done badly in the situation. He's like entirely on her side because he fucking just hates Nick. He hates him in all honesty. Well, let's watch a little bit of this.
Some super illiterate fake lawyer decided to, release some screenshots from the case itself because he decided to pay money to get the case. So the thing is about that, and I just want to clear this up really quick, all that's already been scrutinized, debated, looked over by lawyers and judges. None of this is new. And just like how it didn't work in court, out of context screenshots aren't going to win you a case. And it just didn't.
All right, I'm going to pause here. Just for this case here, Henry has never come out and said that he's a lawyer. I guess some people think he might be considered a lawyer because he's doing this. Typically, it's usually content creator lawyers that do this right here. But no, Henry, he touts himself as a former investigator who's turning into a creator rather than an attorney. It's just it is what it is. I don't understand this right here. I don't. He can't do anything right against him. He's not going to be able to. It's literally his right. He can do this here. I do wish he would frame things differently. All right, so here's another thing, dude. I don't understand why Nick fucking hangs out with this piece of shit Hassan. Here is Yeet made a tweet about referring to, I guess, Hassan and Nick got into a little interview they had.
That's Zara.
Can you pause it? He mentioned your name on some debate.
Not some debate. This is the fucking major debate for running for the mayoral campaign. Like the entire, he mentioned me a million times. Yeah.
Are you famous now? You left me behind.
Dog, that's crazy that you guys.
It's not funny that the United Kingdom's economy is so bad it's worse than Missouri now. Is that true?
Yes and no. It is. It is. The UK overall is very poor.
Don't they got their own problems to worry about? Why are they banning you? How about?
I mean, I agree. They
barely beat Brazil, whoever it was.
Yeah. Look at this. Look, this motherfucker took out billboards on 9/11, posted photos of me, posted photos.
That can't be real. Is this real?
Yes, bro. Of course it's real. This has been happening for the past 2 years. For the past 3 years, what the fuck do you think is going on? What do you think I've been doing out here?
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be clicking your stream. I guess I'm not paying attention.
That's why it's fucking insane when people make a comparison between me and Asmongold. I'm like, the fuck do you mean, dude? Like, that's not even a.
I feel like an idiot right now.
I refuse to believe you can sit here and not know the horrendous fucking shit Hassan has said in the past, Nick. You're being so fucking disingenuous here. Like, come on, dude.
You know what? I actually needed to come here today because I am never gonna complain about my.
Dude, even though he's wearing this suit right now, like just having this like split screen right here, his head fucking is dwarfed in comparison to Nick. Obviously, I'm saying yes, Nick's a little, on the bigger side, but like, dude, come on, look at the fucking size of his head. It's like a fucking little raisin.
My clips anymore.
Dog, did you see this? In the House of Representatives, a Democrat by the name of Josh Gottheimer and a Republican by the name of Mike Lawler put together a resolution condemning the anti-Semitic hate-filled rhetoric and content disseminated by prominent online personalities, me and Candace Owens.
I know Candace Owens. She's black.
Yeah. She's also actually anti-Semitic, whereas I'm not.
Okay, dude.
But yeah, it's in the congressional record. This is also the type of shit that Asmongold loves, by the way. He'll do a million YouTube videos on this and be like, Hassan is finally going to prison. He's finally going to prison.
For what?
I don't even know. He just makes shit up.
Come on.
There's a whole world out there of right-wingers who constantly say I'm going to fucking prison. Well, part of it is because I did a humanitarian aid mission to Cuba.
I saw that.
And then the government said that I violated the Treasury's rules, which I did not. Is this 4 days ago, lol?
People do. And also,
you know, Nick is, he is such a lying little bitch here. And the reason why I say this, I know, we all know, viewers of back in, we know how fucking terminally online Nick is. He's fucking stalking live stream fails, looking at the chats to see, oh fuck, please, are you talking shit about me today? Oh, you're talking shit about me again today? Fuck, man. Can you send him a cease and desist yet? There's no fucking way he doesn't know about all the fucking horrendous shit Hassan has said and advocated for. Dude, he fucking showed you that Hamas propaganda video and shit on stream.
this is some, I don't know, good or bad news, depending on how you want to look at it.
This is good or
We are
bad.
now one step closer to Hassan going to jail.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
If you want to really give Nick an idea where you're at, here's a clip of you surrounded by cameras at Zoran's victory party. Oh yeah, this was Aura. Why the fuck is nothing? Don't make Nick an accessory. He won't survive prison. I can be your lawyer and fight extradition if you flee to Canada.
Before, to visit.
To
family.
visit?
Dude, my mom just texted me. Should I read what it said?
Is it a good or bad thing?
She said to me, you need to stop listening to Asmon Nicholas.
I mean, yeah, she's right.
But my dad loves Asmon.
That's crazy.
That's fucking base as fuck, honestly. That's base as fuck. I remember at one point, I'm surprised he still, I didn't know he was on talking terms with his mom again. I remember back in the day, like, his mom and them had a falling out and he fucking, like, they hated each other or some shit.
Oh my God.
Your mom is right. Yeah, this is a website dedicated
He used to talk
the
about it on
fucking,
stream back in the day.
articles that
Can I ask you a
hit
question?
pieces. What?
You ever think you and Asmon will be friends?
No.
Never?
No, never.
Have you guys talk it out and, you know, maybe you guys get some
It's so
common ground
crazy
here
because
and
they
you
used to be
save the
fucking
world together?
BFFs,
No.
like, almost.
No.
There's no common ground. He's a charlatan. If he,
But
if he
once
fucking,
Adam got in politics, it
decides
fucking,
to no longer
yeah.
be a right winger, and you know goes back on all of this like unbelievable amounts of racist commentary that he's done over the years, then maybe
Okay,
you know
so there's a chance.
everyone can be rehabilitated.
All
Everyone
right.
can
I like to hear
choose
that.
not to be a bad person, but as long as he continues, he's like called for my death, he's called for my imprisonment over and over again, which
No.
I don't give a shit about. Like that Mallory McMorrow thing that I showed you, right?
That was wild.
So a lot of haters on the entire Republican Party despises me. It wants me dead,
Sounds like half
wants
the
me in
Democratic
prison.
Party hates you too.
And unfortunately, yes, a lot of the Democrats also are not big fans of mine.
These are not good numbers, Hassan.
But
It's like 1v3.
but the people are on my side. And those who don't realize
You mean the minority fucking people who lost the fucking election to elect President Donald Trump, right? You mean fucking the minority?
that they're on my side,
All
yeah,
right.
will inevitably be on my side, which is why I don't mind it, which is why I feel
Wow.
fine when I'm out in public, when I'm in, when I'm around.
No, I can attest to this because I've been in pub with you a lot, and I have should I tell a story about we went to the burger spot?
Yeah, we went to, what was it, Jew Boy
We
Burgers?
went to Jew Boy Burgers on
Yeah,
my
it was
stream
fucking
actually, to get
delicious.
some burgers.
It's
And
delicious.
we're in this place chat, and there's about 6 different women in there, and one of them notices Hassan, and sure enough, every single one of them line up to take pictures with him, and I cannot believe it. They didn't even know each other. There was 6 complete strangers, and I'm just like, God damn! What about me? I had 20,000 viewers at the time. They didn't give a shit, Hassan.
Yeah.
They didn't care. God.
You know, Hassan fucking the ego just fucking blew the fuck up all your. Oh man, the amount of dick riding he just did with Hassan just now is fucking. Dude, we get it. Back in the day, he was a frat boy. He had fucking girls constantly. Dude, I remember back in the day, like, Porn Star used to brag about how fucking good he was with his fingers. A fucking course, and let's be honest, Hassan is a very attractive guy, no homo. Like, everybody here can admit that. I mean, I think he does fucking look like a guy. He looks fucking really fucking weird in a suit, though.
Is the reason why I brought this up is because the shit that we see on the internet is so perfectly fucking filtered. Where people, like, dude, I went to the Zoran victory party. This was a huge, like, LSF story, right? I went to the Zoran victory party.
Wait, why was it a story?
Because LSF decided, Epstein and his fucking brigaders decided to like turn this into a negative story because this is like a moment of fucking, you know, we put a tremendous amount of effort into this. Like it's finally coming to fruition. Zoran Mamdani upsets with an upset victory, decides, I mean, Zoran Mamdani becomes the next mayor, right? That's the reason why you have no fucking idea.
Wow.
That's the reason why you have no idea what I've been up to for the past, 2 years, 3 years now.
Wow.
Because the only thing you hear from is LSF. If you only go to LSF, if you only go on, if you only see the same
he
people
fucking definitely
that
stalks the
we all
fuck out of
know,
it
like
too.
Yeet
We know
and,
he does.
Asmongold and all those other accounts, they show you an entirely separate reality. An entirely separate reality where
All right, let's skip this. I'm not watching any more of this right here. Let's go to the next one. All right, so NMP eventually he does respond to some of the things before, right?
So I want you to know that everything you've seen has already been talked about by lawyers, judges, people a lot more qualified than you, okay? It's part of a smear campaign by certain people who just don't like me because I'm doing better than they are. So if you see that sort of stuff, just know it's not true. And yes, I'll be taking action against those people, and we'll see what happens.
I think he's going to attempt to take action. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. The anti-slap
yeah, it's not gonna happen. You can't do like. You can't. He's not defaming you. I mean, sure, he's fucking bring out doing these clips and shit and the transcripts out of fucking context, and it fucking sucks. It really does. But there's nothing he can do. He's nothing he can do. All right, so now we're gonna watch mainly. Tecton's gonna go over the whole situation, and we're gonna watch it as well. But I'm gonna kind of speed up a little bit because I don't want this video to be too fucking long. So let's go to 1.5 times speed.
I'm going to show you guys something regarding NMPLOL, and then we have 3 videos to react to right after. So here's a video I released on July 30th. June 30th. It is now July 4th. I made this video about 5 or 6 days ago, and then I'm going to once again tell you why people hate me, because I predict all of this shit.
Jesus Christ. Can we stop fucking encouraging women to do this shit? It's fucking miserable.
It is.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You know what's fucking crazy?
Yep.
All of these stupid fucking women on the internet.
Yep.
And when they're in a relationship with somebody, they never say there's anything wrong.
Yep.
They never say there's anything
Yep.
wrong.
Yep.
Years later, they see them still being successful.
Yep.
Years later, they still see them being happy. Years later, they still see them killing it in all aspects of life while they're sitting there doing nothing, realizing, oh shit, maybe I was the problem. And they say,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm miserable and I hate
True.
myself.
True.
I gotta make him miserable and hate his life.
Yep.
And we just allow this shit.
Yep.
We just allow this shit. And the lawyers win at all of this.
They do.
Nick and Milena,
They did.
neither one
I think what was it? The lawyers in the case, the court fees were like $400,000, and Melena's appeal got rejected. I don't know if she can appeal it again. Maybe she can, but I hope it's rejected. If she does, I hope it's rejected again. Because holy shit, dude! Please let it go.
of them get to win. They don't. They don't get to win. Now NMP will be known as an abuser and a horrible fucking spouse for the rest of his life because LOL, man bad.
So, once again, I say, a woman sees a man moving on with his life. They never say anything's wrong during the relationship. But lo and behold, guys, that thing that people say never happens, well, guess what? It happened again. So, we found out some of the court transcripts that were leaked by Henri Resilient. And in this video, there was a
Come on. They're not leaked, dude. Like, no, you can't say they're leaked. I understand. Obviously, you're going to defend your boy. I respect that, but they were not leaked. Anybody can do what fucking Henry did. Anybody can.
screenshot of Milena accusing NMPLOL of being an abuser and human trafficking her. What about the bank account? I asked my dad about that and he agrees.
Yeah.
Gaslighting me for years saying I'm crazy, too crazy to be on the account. My mom didn't have access to that at all with my money in it, and she got her out when they divorced. That's human trafficking. Are you aware of it? Lamau, it's
So
not.
stupid.
It is. Working for free while is controlling the money of a foreign citizen. Yes, guys.
A foreign citizen,
Milena,
dude.
in a court of law, has now used a Discord screenshot to accuse NMPLOL of being a human trafficker. And so in the future, court debates that they will be having in front of a judge, NMPLOL will have to defend himself on why he is not a human trafficker. And if I've said this once, I've said this a million fucking times. Women, these women, you break up with them, they realize, wait a minute, I was the problem. They realize now they're miserable. They see the man moving on with his life without them, and they desperately want to be a part of it. They know they can't be a part of it. So you know what they do? They say, I'm going to make him as miserable as I am, and I'm going to falsely accuse him of a crime. We've now seen this with Rich Campbell 13 times. We've now seen this with Saikuno 8 times. We are now seeing this with NMPLOL, and the list.
Let's not forget, we also saw it with Tectone as well. It did happen. And from my understanding too, when I looked into this way back before all this case finished, supposedly Milena has like a big trust fund, like I said, all the fucking Norwegians do at a certain point when they reach a certain age.
Could go on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a male content creator and you are planning to break up with your girlfriend who fucking sucks, you better get a fucking lawyer before you do. Because none of these women can move on gracefully. No, of course they won't do that because they need to make...
Dude, check this out. You can't... It's not even like, dude, you could have a girlfriend, you could date online or whatever, and even if you don't fuck her, she'll sit there and say you fucking did something, like you fucked her up, like, right? That's what I protect on, right? She complained that he didn't fuck her. Like, dude, it's so fucking whack, man.
You miserable like they're miserable. And they have you in a fucking hostage situation. If you ever try to break up with your abusive, retarded ass partner, they're going to throw as many false allegations towards you as humanly fucking possible because they cannot stand to see you succeed. So, known hate watcher of NMPLOL, Henri Goes.
That's what I don't understand. If you're going to break up with somebody, if somebody's breaking up with them or you're not having good, just stop. Do not keep everything, all your little fucking conversations and shit. If she wants to talk to you via text, that's fine. Let her give you as much ammunition as possible, but try to keep all your texts. Just fucking call her up. Unless it's like a yes or no kind of answer you're giving her, just call her up. Anything kind of an argument you're having, just call her up. Just call her up. She's not going to record it. She probably isn't.
Resilient. Actually, in complete schizo fashion, pre-orders the court transcript and starts to read it aloud on the internet. This guy...
Okay. All right. I'll defend Henri here. I wouldn't call him a schizo for this. Because this isn't the first time he's done this before. He has done this for several other content creators before. He's done this before with the JDF stuff. You know, the Green Ranger I was talking about earlier. I mean, he does this a lot for other court cases. So it's not that fucking unbelievable that he did this.
Paid like $250 to get this transcript first, just so he can go in on NMP.
But I will say this. I will agree with Hector here. I think it is entirely fucking disgusting that Henri did this and he's not showing both sides. He's doing a fucking miskiff here. And he's trying to entirely like make NMP the bad guy here. Is what I do not like about this.
NMPLOL before everybody else. Schizo ass behavior. You know who else did that? Mizkiff, because that guy is weird as fuck too. Now, Henri Resilient didn't write a fake transcript. You know, Henri Resilient didn't hire someone to stalk NMP in real life, just like Miz did. But we are reaching levels of schizophrenic behavior that I never thought was possible, but I am going to neutrally react to this. You guys understand that I'm pretty neutral to positive leaning about Nick, but I'm very negative leaning towards Milena.
That's what we're here for.
I don't really fucking know who he is. I don't really care. I just know he's an NMP schizo. That's pretty much all I know about him. I'm going to go into this video as fairly as possible. We're going to react to the entire thing, and then we're going to watch NMP's short reaction to this video and the actions he's going to take because of this. So I have not watched this. Let's get into it. 4.7 thousand likes, 1.8 thousand dislikes on a 22,000 view video. Very interesting.
I've been one of the few channels covering Nick Palom's divorce extensively. It was recently finalized.
There were times too that he actually kind of went against Rich too. You know, there were times where he actually sided with even Adept at times, which he had a few weird moments like that. You know.
And Milena's divorce was finalized, and I took to X to post an
My cousin NMPLOL divorce was worse than I thought. I don't know how we see these screenshots and we have Milena's side here. He just showed you.
I don't understand either.
Somehow he's claiming that he's on Milena's side.
Yeah, we're gonna.
That I obtained from Travis County Court, legally obtained, by the way.
Travis County Court, that is in Austin, Texas. In case you don't know, Travis County Court in Austin, Texas is one of the most liberal counties in America. It is, in fact, the liberal central, the liberal capital of Texas.
This is the county that Texas Lawson's case in, I believe,
Austin,
actually,
Texas
as well.
is bluer than California, or just as blue as California. Feel free to look that up. Feel free to fact check me if you think I'm lying. But yes, women get away with a lot of bullshit in Travis County because the majority of judges are feminist and you're in a blue county. It is a very bad place for you to go if you're a man. Let's talk about it.
Let's add more context and go over Petitioner's Exhibit 093.
Better yet, for anybody who's doubting what I'm saying here real quick.
Dude, I hate how he says this. Let's add more context, and you don't fucking add context to the fucking... Oh.
So, Google this. Is Austin, Texas, and Travis County very liberal? As some might say, the liberal capital of Texas rather than California. Yes, Austin and Travis County are notably liberal by Texas standards, often called the blueberry in the tomato soup or the liberal capital of the state. But they do not rival California in overall liberalism. Okay, so they're blue. They're incredibly blue, but they're not as retarded as California.
Right.
But it
Yeah,
is
we
considered
get it
the liberal capital of Texas. A lot of people who cover court cases in Travis County really enjoy ignoring that fact. And they say, oh my God, Texas is so red. Well, it is, but not Austin, Texas. Not the liberal county or the liberal capital of Texas.
Nick, you're controlling me always. Hate R word. When I'm not controlled, you
Dude, I hate this so much because if you ever grew up on Twitch watching Nick and Milena, you fucking know how much of a sailor fucking mouth Milena has. She said she used to talk pure fucking shit on stream. Dude, he's entirely trying to, oh yeah, he called her retarded. Dude, it is so disingenuous what he's doing here. I can literally, dude, I am reading this Discord conversation right now, and it's literally, I can hear them both talking like this to them fucking sell on each other on stream. They did this shit on stream. I remember these kind of moments.
lose your ish. You've done nothing for 6 months. Stop gaslighting me. Jesus, that's not controlling you. That's saying a fact. Hello.
So what he's going to do here is he is going to read every single message by NMPLOL in a mocking voice, and every written word said by Milena, he's going to say in a neutral voice. Let me essentially.
I disappointed him for this. Absolutely.
Oh, Milena. Oh, but you're the worst person ever. Milena. Oh, Nick. Well, if you ever get the chance, I am just a poor innocent little angel. He's going to do this the entire video. I understand how all these content creators work who have an agenda to push, and Henri Goes is definitely one of those people who really has an agenda to push versus NMPLOL. Let's keep going here.
He hates them.
What about the bank account? I asked my dad about that, and he agrees. Okay, so Nick has to check in with daddy.
This is why it's hard. You can't take him anymore, and I'll say it. I don't consider him a reliable narrator anymore. He used to be, but now he's gotten to the point where he's literally just doing all this shit. He's fucking turning into goddamn, your Kotaku publishers or your news media guys. They're looking for that sensational headline.
Everything Nick is going to say, he is going to put a negative spin on it. Everything Milena is going to say, he is going to say, well, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
I called this in the first 10 seconds of watching this video. He also said, brother, learn how to speak English. I'm surprised I didn't hear a fucking African ceiling bird go off right now. Let's keep going here. Who is this guy? He's essentially an NMP schizo. He's a guy who pretends he's a lawyer. Let me actually, I don't want to undersell him. If this guy has a degree, no. Henri Goes is not an actual lawyer. He's a YouTube content creator who makes videos about legal dramas, divorce, and lawsuits. So no, he's not a lawyer. He's not educated. He's not someone who's actually qualified.
He used to be on the side of when Henri first was popping off. He used to be on the side of a lot of guys because he went through the divorce and shit too, and it was pretty bad. So a lot of times back in the day, he actually was siding with Rich and a few other males, and at a certain point, he kind of shifted over, and now he's kind of looking out for the girls. I guess it's weird. I don't understand either.
Mindset is a actual lawyer, a guy who's done actual cases, a guy who studies actual law. I'm not really going to take any of this guy's opinion seriously on a legal issue. However, legal mindset is somebody who I would actually take seriously. Let's keep going here.
Gaslighting me for years, saying I'm crazy, too crazy to be on the account. My mom didn't have access to that at all. Okay. She says, with my money in it, bro, she got an account with her money in it she don't have access to, and she got her half when they divorced. Well, that's human trafficking. Are you aware of that? Lamau, it's not. It is. Working for free while controlling the money of a foreign citizen. This is getting interesting, man.
Yeah, accusing someone of human trafficking is pretty fucking insane, and we should shame more women who throw out false allegations.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is 2024.
Traffic from where? And you have your own money. And by the way, you have access to the and by the way, you do have access to the account. So that's actually a lie. You have your own login and everything. Okay, well, does she have the ability to take money out of this account? That's a huge question. Because when you say oh, you have access to it, so she can see the money, but can she take the money out? If she wants oh, I want to buy myself something nice, I want to take out $1,000. Can she do that?
Yes.
No. You see, this is what I'm saying. You can't make fucking comment there because you have no fucking idea. Tectone is going to completely shit all over you right now, Mr. Harry, and you're just fucking making all these half-baked fucking assumptions, and you have nothing to fucking back it up with.
Yes. And she has.
Yeah, see?
And I've seen her do it. She has her own card. I would know that because I've been shopping with Milena. So yes, she does have her own card.
There's no fucking way.
What the fuck?
You can be this fucking stupid and brain dead to think fucking she didn't have some kind of fucking money. You fucking think she just sat at home all fucking day fucking making him lunch? So fucking stupid.
Because I don't think she could. If that's the case, is this why she filed?
Okay, so you say I don't think she could, even though you don't even know these people.
You're right, you don't fucking know.
She was emotionally or financially abused.
It's so stupid.
What was the second motion? I don't have.
But he's paying because people are literally going to go online. They're going to watch fucking Henri's video, wow, Nick fucking starved for her money. She couldn't buy anything. wow, he's a fucking piece of shit. That's what, and I don't like this, man. I don't understand why he's doing
Credit
this.
history, $0 investment, $0 in my name because you think I'm crazy. See, that's
It's
also
so
not true,
fucking
because you have half
scummy,
of everything,
man.
bro.
Like, he's literally becoming the fucking next Mugen. He really is.
This is actually completely true, by the way. I would like to remind you, NMPLOL says you have half of everything. And that's demonstrably true. And do you want to know why that is? Because when they got divorced, he said, here's half of everything.
Yep, here's half of everything.
No arguments, no bad mouth, no being difficult.
Absolutely.
He immediately offered her 50% of everything. And then
That
this
is
entire
crazy
cunt
too.
says, no, that's not enough. I want 60-40. This isn't allegations. This isn't accusations. These are things that we have seen.
She wanted
with our own
60,
eyes. Now,
40,
2 years ago,
and
if you would have seen these when he came
$5K
out, they would
a
look bad.
month
But
for,
NMPLOL has
I forget
actually
how
true
long,
to every word
as
he has constantly
salary.
said. So you cannot give him any shit because everything he is preaching, he has done. Let's keep going here. Guys. True or no? NMPLOL offered her 50% of everything the moment they got divorced, even though Milena treated him like shit. There was no foul play. There was no being difficult. Everything he said he was going to do, he fucking did. And I think that that's pretty fucking admirable.
They literally said in the court case, he went over it. NMP went over it. The reason for divorce, there was nothing bad happened. They just could not reconcile together. There was no fucking foul play, no cheating, none of this shit went on. It was in both of their statements, both Nick's and Milena's statement. That was a huge thing. None of this fucking drama or abuse, none of this shit happened. But he's going to try to frame it as best he can.
So I don't know why this little, well, let me I know why these people like this exist. They go in with the worst interpretation of every single person's issues, and then they laugh at it. And it's pathetic. And do you want to know why?
Look,
I'm going to go even further.
Look, Tecton, I know you fucking hate this guy. I understand. I understand why. But he never used to be like this. He didn't. He really didn't. He used to actually be pretty chill back in the day, and something along the line, I forget when it was, he fucking went off the deep end and he became a fucking shit person. I don't know what happened.
Listen, guys, I understand NMPLOL made a bad joke about the Guadalupe River, and I understand a lot of people still haven't forgiven him for that. NMPLOL has always been, and I respect that. Now, maybe he should talk to me behind the scenes. I don't care. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. The reality is, NMPLOL, are there things that he does deserve shit for? Absolutely. This is not
absolutely.
One of them. You can call him a douchebag.
He's a douchebag for sure.
Asshole. You can
but
call him
I mean,
but if you want to call him a bad partner, you absolutely cannot do that. I've seen how NMP and Milena act behind the scenes. They were always good, and I understand a lot of his friends don't want to talk about it because they hate saying that women are wrong. Milena is 100% wrong in this situation. Why do you think NMP, within weeks, has a new girlfriend and they've happily moved on, and Milena is still miserable and single? Because she was the fucking problem. Do you see, Catchy? She's smiling. She's happy. They're loving.
From what I remember was she got homesick. She felt like she was stuck. She wanted to go back home and see her family. Her mom got sick, and I think Nick didn't want to go over back over there. And I think she wanted to settle down at some point. But I guess Nick didn't. You know, it's just, I don't know. They were just not compatible with each other. That's really all it was.
Living their life together. And why
there were regrets were happening because look, let's be real. They got fucking married or at such a young age. They really did. It was such a young age.
And you have these people who just want to spin everything and call these people fucking liars because it's self-serving, because this guy wants to be a drama farmer and fuck up somebody else's life. We've already seen the facts. This guy's weakness.
Like, she dated this guy when she was 17.
And we do.
So
we do. Once again, and you have these people who just want to spin everything and call these people fucking liars because it's self-serving, because this guy wants to be a drama farmer and fuck up somebody else's life. We've already seen the facts. This guy's weakness is anybody who has the ability to Google shit. And we do. We do. Once again, I'm going to have Nick's back here. I'm going to show you this. Did NMPLOL offer Milena a 50-50 split?
Yeah, we do. We know this already.
I don't have access to 50% of this stuff. NMPLOL says 50% of this is yours. Yes, Nick said he was going to do. Everything he said in these Discord screenshots is entirely real. And she's fucking miserable.
This is gaslight, right? If someone says, hey, I have zero money and I have an account with money in it that I can't take out, and he says, well, that's not true, you have half of everything. Talk about mutual respect in a controlling relationship.
Brother, how is Nick gaslighting when everything he just said was demonstrated?
I'm sorry, even in the fucking case that he actually was, that's fucking base as fuck. That's base. Dude, I would not fucking want somebody taking all my fucking money and run off to fucking another country. It'd be different if she was born and raised in the United States. But fucking Nick probably had these thoughts back in her head. She fucking she's from another country. What's stopping her from fucking draining his fucking account and ditching and leaving him? There wouldn't be a damn fucking thing he could do about it when that happens.
Lawyers like this guy are a complete fucking joke. The fact that people take Henri Resilient's opinion on legal matters seriously is pathetic. The fact that people take Ms. Kiff's opinion on legal matters is pathetic.
It did. It swallowed me like the fucking
Chat GPT, anything they're saying, and you'll find out that they're completely full of shit. Let's keep going.
Except for because that's personal. Okay.
How can retards like this just lie? Because that's the audience they cater to. This guy
that's how he's trying to make his money, man. He just
anybody that's not Hassan is a piece of shit. And that's crazy because NMP glazes the fuck out of Hassan. But when there's a situation between a woman and a man, these dumb fuck liberals are always going to have Elena's side. And this is NMP's misplay. These are the people he's pandering to. And NMP should really move away from the far left and come somewhere closer towards the center or become on the side of logic.
That'll never happen.
Right. And I believe after this, when he realizes how ugly public perception is of women versus men situations, he's going to become a lot more right-leaning. I do truly believe that.
He's not going to do that. NMP is going to be, he's like, well, like, back in the day, I would say he was like professional fence sitter, right? Absolutely. He's going to do what he can. I mean, it's smart in a business sense. NMP is going to try to stay neutral for every side because he wants to do collaborations with everybody. You know, that's...
I'm just going to say this. The majority of people who become right-leaning are majorly pushed there, usually by a tragic event that has happened. But let me tell you, things like Charlie Kirk and misfortune that happen in these people's lives are usually the reason why they become right-leaning, because then they become aware of the reality of the world. And the reality of the world, I'm not going to lie, it's really not pretty. Let's keep going here.
All right. Put my effing name on my money so I can see that we're equal. I already asked my dad. He said it's not a good idea. He's smarter than you and I combined. So like put my name on my money. Why? I'm texting your dad. I wonder what
I will say this. Nick, you're a grown-ass man. You can make your own decisions. Let's make our own decisions. And I'm just going to be honest, I would never want to be in a relationship with somebody who says, let me ask my mom and dad first. Brother, you're an adult. Handle your own shit. This is obvious.
I disagree with this because in this case, I'm pretty sure Nick's mom and dad is divorced and his dad's been in the same situation before. So he's getting advice from his dad. I think that's entirely fine. I think honestly that's a good thing Nick did this for her. He consulted with somebody that fucking was very knowledgeable and experienced in the situation. And like he literally says here, because if he wanted to, you could take all of it and vanish Nori and I'd not be able to do anything. Exactly. Base as fuck.
Obviously a misplay on NMPLOL's part. And I can see how this is entirely frustrating for Melina. I can agree with that. Okay, I'm a reasonable guy here. Right? I think NMPLOL fucked up in a lot of scenarios, but I don't think he's an abuser. I don't think he's a financial abuser, and I don't think he's a human trafficker. Did he make mistakes? Obviously. Dude, going to your mom and dad for every decision? I mean, come on, bro. We're an adult here. Come on.
Dad said to her, like, look, daughter-in-law, or soon to be ex-daughter-in-law. Yeah, you're not accessing the money.
Were they married? Yes.
Because if you wanted, you could take all of it and vanish to Norway, and I'd not be able to do anything. All right, so this is confirmation for me. I interpret this as confirmation that she or they have an account in which he can take money out, but she cannot. This is insane.
It was just dumb as fuck. He should have got him a prenup sign.
Oh my lord. Why do you always have to move the goalpost every argument? This started with stream stuff and moved to this stuff because the key component here is that you do not see us as equal. I'm not giving any person on the planet, my dad, my mom, you, your mom, LeBron, Jesus himself, the ability to financially ruin me with the press of a button. It has nothing to do with
LeBron.
I'm going to say it. I think this is absolutely reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's base as fuck.
There is no way in fuck I'm putting someone else's name on my bank account and give them all the exact same privileges that I have with my money.
If it wasn't for Nick, Melena's ass would be fucking in Norway. Like, she would be a fucking nobody right now. She owes fucking her entire fucking online career or persona entirely because of Nick giving her, you know, dating her and shit, you know? Like that's how it is.
Absolutely not. Fuck no. Hey, that is incredibly reasonable.
And look what she's doing now. She's not streaming anymore. She's not doing anything.
Not you put decisions about the money for sure, right? Then split our economy. Split it like it should be. Or we go to a psychiatrist that can tell you what you are doing is wrong. Find one. I'm down. You said that before, you lying F. And you've not found one. Controlling, manipulative lying F. You tried to make me find one. You do not remember? I found one. You called them the R word.
Hey, to be fair, a lot of therapists and psychiatrists and
it is. Dude, it is a fucking waste of money half the time because a lot of times you find out psychiatrists, if it's a female psychiatrist, they're supposed to not be biased but there's going to always be a hidden bias if you have a male, like a female psychiatrist. It's the same thing for you have a male. And a lot of the time people they go to psychiatrists and it doesn't fucking help. It just doesn't.
Couples therapists are completely retarded. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, dude. Finding a good therapist is so fucking hard. A couples counselor, you might as well sign a fucking death sentence if you ever go to one of those.
Might as well.
Dude, let me show you this.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Okay,
you're going to a couples therapist. You might as well just agree to have your. Let me show you this. No, not systematically or more often, not in a deliberate way, but there are real patterns that can make it feel that way to many men, and some evidence of subtle biases. Couple therapists are trained to stay neutral and avoid taking sides. Ethical guidelines emphasize multi-directed partiality, emphasizing with each partner in turn while holding both accountable for fairness and change. Good therapists focus on the relationship cycle. Here we go. That said, therapy isn't perfectly objective. Therapists are human and several factors create a tilt. Field demographics. Most couples therapists are women. This doesn't automatically mean anti-male bias, but shared gender experiences can make it easier to relate to female clients' communication styles. And that's the issue, right? Therapy format favors verbal emotional expression. Talk therapy rewards people who articulate feelings well. A strength many women are socialized towards. Men are often socialized towards problem solving or stoicism, which can come across as defensive or unengaged. The therapist isn't skilled with taking male clients. Now, while they are supposed to remain neutral, the issue is due to, obviously, the gender bias and the way that men and women are programmed, a lot of couples therapists are a lot more programmed to hear what the women are saying. And
they're going to side with the woman because she's all in her fucking feelings, and that's just normal.
Because they speak in woman language rather than male language. It is way too risky. I would never risk it. I would never risk it.
Psychiatrist that's less smarter than you. Hey, I bet you, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you hear them babble about biases, you know they're in for some my truth bullshit. Absolutely. It's very dangerous.
Fancies himself as the smartest person on the planet. Controlling manipulative line F. Nick responds, if you really feel this way about me, deep down, this is a brick anyways.
True.
You're all are controlling me. Listen to what you say. Read through the issue say. You're completely fine with your behavior. You're completely fine with me being poor. Besides the bank, how am I controlling? Okay, so is this him admitting that he controls the bank? It looks like it's me. I have to.
Okay, once again, you need to understand it. NMPLOL's money is his fucking money. You don't need to give someone else access to all of your fucking money just because you're married.
Exactly.
You can have boundaries. I would like to remind you, NMPLOL was a successful streamer before Milena, and he remained a successful streamer after Milena. Milena was not successful before NMP, and she's not successful now.
Yep.
You do not need to just say, well, now that we're in a relationship, we both get access to everybody's bank accounts. You do not need to do that. Better yet, let's double check. Let's see what Grok thinks. No, you are not required to give your spouse total access and control of your bank account just because you got married. Obviously, you don't need to do that.
Ask you for anything.
You want me to tell you what's actually happening here? And I'm going to break it down for you. Melina is once again being a greedy. NMPLOL offered her with no fights, 50-50 of everything. And she said, no, that's not enough. I want 60-40. Melina is a entitled, greedy. It is proven. Let's keep going here.
Won't let my friends visit. Won't come to Norway.
I'll say it. He won't. He said to herself, I can say it. I don't give a fuck. She's an entitled, greedy fucking bitch. That's fucking exactly what it is. Exactly what she's doing right now.
Is there. Put your emotions aside. You're just lazy, depressed. Wow, he's telling her to put your emotions aside. These are quotes. You're just lazy, not depressed. So I guess she said she was depressed. He said, no, you're just lazy. Your problem is that you don't do anything. God damn, Nick, you landed on pretty thick, huh, buddy? Had me locked to the house for you.
Bro, are you criticizing a woman? Oh
yeah, exactly. Like, holy shit.
I hate this reality where you just can't talk to a woman like you talk
to
a man.
It's so crazy, man, because he never, I hate to fucking repeat myself, but he fucking, dude, this guy used to be one of fucking the biggest fucking women haters back in the day. We had his divorce and shit.
So irritating to act like these are like oh my god, he called a woman lazy. I'll help her. Jesus Christ, brother, grow the fuck up. No, this dude is so cocked, it's insane.
Years to cook you a meal that you were perfectly fine cooking on your own because you wanted to control me.
Control, aka required her to do things that she had responsibilities for. You're being controlled. Oh, hey, Melena, well, I pay for every bill in the entire house. Do you mind making me a sandwich? Oh my God, I'm literally being obsessed right now. Good God, this is such TikTok feminist bullshit.
There's so many things like these. Don't listen to my boundaries. What's okay? What's not to say on stream?
Had me locked to the house for years. You gave me a place to live. God, this is such manipulative language. It's insane. Like, good God, bro. Can we just call these fucking people out yet? I don't care if this is the death of my career, calling out women for being lying, miserable, manipulative cunts. I'm doing this forever because so many people are afraid of just calling women out on their bullshit. I've seen hundreds of women just like this. And it's pathetic that these people pander to them. And it sucks that this behavior is empowered. Believe all women. How about I believe all proof?
Like, bro, want your friends to visit the week we come back from streaming after 1 month off? Okay, so I'm guessing like, now we need to lock in, Melena. We just took a vacation. No friends. We need to lock in and get this money. Yep. Just don't give a F. Don't respect me. And it effing shows. Everyone sees it. Oh, no.
Here we go. No. And her saying everyone sees it is her feeding in to the rhetoric of which her simp-ass chat feeds him. Melena is someone who bought into her own hype, saw the chat messages, and believed it. And trust me, the reality is women have the ability to become so consumed with their ego, and they will eat up all of the shit slop. I don't want to speak on somebody else's personal matters. That's why I asked for it to be cast. I shouldn't talk about it. This reminds me of somebody else, and it's very frustrating. Women get into a relationship with a streamer. Their chat now becomes a third wheel. And that's why I highly recommend if you are two streamers in a relationship.
It's fucking annoying, man.
You're going to have to be so fucking careful. Because the things that you say towards the other person, the things that you let your chat joke about, it's going to become a problem. It will become a problem. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you are two people and you're having a public relationship and you are both streaming individually, there's going to be drama starters and your chat will start fights and it's embarrassing as shit.
Oh, Jesus, man.
It is.
Me not coming to Norway because a viewer lives there? How is that controlling? Okay, so he didn't want to come to Norway. This is confirmation. Like, no, I'm not coming to Norway because that person lives there. I'm just now at this point an old, grumpy, poor hag who had made poor life decisions, and you want kids? I don't know if I can have kids. Do you know what PCOS is? Did you even bother Googling it? She responds to the me not coming to Norway because
let's Google polycystic ovary system, now also referred to as polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, is a common hormone and metabolic disorder affecting women of childbearing age. So essentially, it's something that can prevent Milena from having kids. Okay.
Right.
Because if you live there, how is that controlling you?
Right.
Because now we can't go to Norway anymore. Okay, so it looks like she wanted him to come to Norway with her, and he's using the excuse that, hey, that person's living there. I don't want to be around that person, so I'm not coming with you to Norway. Okay.
If Milena is so miserable with Nick, if Milena hates Nick so much, if Milena has this huge issue with Nick so much, guys, why does she want Nick to come to Norway with him?
Yeah, that's exactly. I don't understand it. I really don't.
If there was such an abuse, why is she expressing regret for not being able to have children with him? That, to me, doesn't make any sense. You know what I think does make sense? Milena is a fucking psycho. I'm sorry. Yeah. I hate when I see all these people who get out of a relationship, and in the text, you see how much the woman wants to spend time with the man, how much the woman wants to have sex with the man, then they break up, and now later they've brought him to court claiming abuse, and then we see screenshots of, oh man, I really wanted to have kids. Oh man, I really wanted you to come to Norway at the very end of their relationship. Where is the abuse? It's embarrassing that people like this empower women. It's embarrassing as shit.
Is that what it was, Nick? If you had half this energy that you have with me, that situation would be solved. So if she had more energy, that situation would, what was the energy have to do with anything?
So you don't even know what he's even saying or why he's saying it, but you're laughing and you're dismissing it before understanding the context. That's why nobody takes you seriously, Henry, because you're clearly fucking biased, bro. You're so fucking biased, it's insane.
It's best for everyone that this stuff ends peacefully. You've been acting
there. Very fair take by Milena. It would have been best if all of this ended peacefully. But then the problem is, Milena, is Nick offered you 50%. And then you said, no, I want 60%. You were the one who's not making this peaceful. You were the one who drug it to court and cost both of y'all $400,000.
Like you haven't been in a relationship for half a year. While depression, my depression, her depression is festering. Grandma passed, sleep problems, mom's sick. And now you've promised my mom to go to Spain. And I have to disappoint her because that's just life how it is. So he promised the mom he was going to go to Spain and didn't show. Nick, come on, buddy. Now let's get to message.
Dude, you don't know why he didn't go to Spain. Like, fucking just, come on, man.
OTK in shambles now. This petition was vivid 96. This was mind blowing when I saw it.
Okay.
I'll actually just type it. OTK is in shambles.
Yeah, it is. It's been in shambles for years. I've told everybody it's been in shambles.
Of course.
And, OTK is no longer a content organization.
OTK died. Well, OTK took a pretty big hit. I mean, the rich situation happened, right? But I don't think the rich situation was big enough to like kill OTK because I think Rich Campbell, he was pretty small in the term of things. He wasn't like S-Fan or Asmongold, right? If controversy happened to them, the next thing I can think of that fucking hurt OTK a lot was the shit with Mizkif. Mizkif, how he handled the situation, he was so fucking retarded that his best friend was trying to sexually assault a girl that was unconscious. And then Mizkif was trying to figure out how he can fucking save his fucking best friend. Dude, if I wish I had a best friend that fucking good, but dude, at the end of the day, man, like, how fucking retarded can you be? Like, if you did, it's without a shadow of it, beyond a reasonable doubt, that fucking your best friend was fucking trying to sexually assault a fucking girl while she was unconscious, and you fucking tried to defend this shit. Dude, he ran his back the entire time trying to defend it. And he was like, dude, I can't believe I just lost my best friend. Motherfucker, nobody gives a shit. Now it's all about why did you defend this fucking bastard? What's his name? Slick or something? I forget what his name was. But with that said, I think that was a huge blow to OTK. But I don't think that's what ultimately ended OTK. I think that they did probably lose sponsors for sure because of Mizkif and everything. That was a huge fucking blow. Absolutely, right? Without a doubt in my mind. The final straw was a culmination of the controversies that happened with Rich, Mizkif, and then Asmongold. Asmongold said some shit that he never should have been punished for. It was so fucking stupid how the left was able to take what he said and spin it against them. He called people like inferior from another country, and let's be fucking honest. The people he's fucking talking about, they fucking build mud houses. I mean, look, it sucks for him to come out and say it publicly, but he was not wrong. He really wasn't.
It's now just a business. It's a computer company.
I don't know, like OTK people, they have like even Tecton's guilty of the same shit, right? They don't know how to fucking keep their mouth fucking shut. You know, like
that's all it is.
That's all it is.
You know what?
Exactly.
I think Starforge is great. I do. Good for them. You know, I don't have a code, but I think Starforge is generally good PCs.
And in order for me to rebuild, I pretty much have to carry it. But
like with NMP's reputation being in the dirt, Soda Pop and not wanting to do anything with anybody, Emaru getting viewer cap limit, Seer getting viewer cap limit, right? Like, Asmongold's kicked out, I'm gone, Rich is gone, Schlatt's gone, Bruce is gone, Miz is gone, S-Man
I don't
exist.
Who the fuck's in
no longer
OTK?
exists, you know what I mean? Like, OTK,
yeah, it's gone.
It's done, and it's been done for a very long time. And I'll be real, it's gone downhill ever since I left. That being said, and I would like to go on record, I think it is shocking how downhill OTK went so fast with Tips running it and the amazing staff they had behind it. Like, dude, Jacob the man, Finn the man, Jay the man.
Well, like I said, then the fault lies entirely on the fucking talent. They fucking couldn't keep their fucking mouths shut, and they got involved with controversies, which I do. The Rich controversy was fucking sad. It fucking absolutely sucks what happened to that guy when it should not have happened, because that bitch fucking lied and then fucking wished him well after this. It was so stupid. But the situation like Mizkif and Asgold could have been completely fucking avoided. Absolutely. And I think OTK would still be here today.
And Tips, the man. I genuinely believe it falls solely on the talent. And I do believe, and I'm just gonna be honest, I believe Mizkif was the downfall of OTK, and that's because he made everybody fucking miserable. There was not a scenario that had nothing to do with Mizkif making somebody fucking miserable. As well as all of the staff saying, God, it would be really nice if Mizkif could treat us like we were human. You know, he sure viewbotted the events and had all the content on his channel. Wow. But he treated everybody like shit.
He was,
isn't happy. It's going to fail. Obviously. Demon time. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a miserable human being. And I do hope he fucking seeks help. Truly. Because he won't.
Not going to rebuild it if half my effort is taken away. Damn, dog. So I'll give you your half, but I will quit OTK. Yeah, dog, I probably don't want OTK shares. If this is the sentiment, why would I want OTK shares? Why is OTK in shares in shambles? Why is OTK in shambles? The top streamer debacle caused the one contract we had that paid staff to be in jeopardy. Asmon's 2 days, as an Asmon goes 2 days, worse than the Miz Rich situation. God damn, dog. Did Asmon tank OTK? Jesus. Like, what is this? What is this? The top streamer debacle caused the one contract we had that they paid staff to be in jeopardy, so they lost the contract. That
top streamer sponsored by Progressive was really putting money in the pockets of the staff. It was very important to OTK.
Paid staff. So now it's in jeopardy. Okay. What do you propose then?
And it's not Asmongold's fault that people started paying attention to what he was saying, and it's not Asmon's fault that he told the truth. And I'm sorry, if you're losing a contract because your top guy is telling the truth, sorry, brother.
I mean, look, I understand what you're saying right here, Tectone. I don't think he should have been counseled for it either. But like, when you're calling you're part of an organization and a business, man, it's like what they said with Michael Jordan. You know, Republicans buy sneakers too. You shouldn't be out there if you want to be an indie by yourself like you are right now and say some shit. Then absolutely go ahead and do you. But when you're in that position where you have employees underneath you, your primary objective should be to make sure what can you do to keep your fucking company afloat. You have a lot of people at that point depending on you, and I think that's the issue. I think had Asmongold, and he had issues before OTK. It was very stressful. I wonder, and that's why I sometimes I really wonder, what if Asmongold had quit OTK like months in advance before that shit happened, and he then finally said what he did? I wonder if OTK would still be around, like they would be that much stronger than it is today, you know?
You got to dump the sponsor. Talent need to come first because that's how you get the money. You can't put the money above the talent. You can't. You have to make it work with what you got.
It's possible. I do wonder, what if Asmongold had stayed on OTK? What are the chances that he could have got other sponsors, you know? Losing him from OTK was a huge shit for sure. I don't know. It's
stepping down from OTK. That was the final straw. But I'll be real, it started declining immediately after me leaving. I'm just going to be honest. You know, Steak and Eggs was carrying OTK for years.
I'm going to go to the lawyers.
You know, we didn't take any money off Steak and Eggs for like over a year just to make sure staff and the organization was taken care of. That's how much me, Asmon, and Emmy wanted to help out OTK. Dude, we didn't make a dime off that shit for over a year just to make sure staff could be paid and the lights were kept on. Because we loved them. They were great people and they worked our ass off for us.
Propose 2 options on paper and show you since you don't want to chat about it. If that's okay with you. How come you don't reply to things? Are we not civil? Should I be worried? Melina says, just keep me posted. Sorry, I was busy. Fair enough. So since OTK is taking so long, I'm going to just type out the TLDR. Is that okay? If we agree to go to a lawyer and wrap it up, sure. What is Nick's big brain plan? OTK media equals completely out of money. OTK staff, all before, people getting fired this month. Damn. In order to save the company, there have to be a massive rebuild with a lot of it on my shoulders. And I won't want to put in any effort if half my...
How much money did you make once you could all make money from it? Dude, I'll be real. Like me, Asmon, Emmy, we made like fucking nothing off Steak and Eggs. It was really just because we all liked talking to each other back then. And when we were all done for like the last like 8 months that it ran, we each took 10% of the total profit of like the last 7 months. And then we gave everything else back to the org and the staff. We maybe made like 20K each. But the reality is that like that.
Fuck me, dude. Don't get me wrong. Fucking more that is so great, good of him to do. Fucking that's fucking gracious as hell. From the all give all that money away. But to fucking say you didn't make hardly any. I mean, I'm wrong. He did it for a fucking long time, right? But to say he only made 20K from it, man. Fuck me, dude. Us fucking poor fucks, man.
At OTK Steak and Eggs was just because we wanted to talk to each other. And so we just did. It was pretty much all it was. It was a great time. Anyways.
I enjoyed watching those episodes. I think I've watched every single one. I'm pretty sure.
I am currently number 7.
But we probably made OTK the org somewhere between like $500,000 and $700,000 over the course of like Steak and Eggs history.
Dude.
And I'm very proud of that.
That's
Once again,
crazy.
I cannot reiterate this enough. The staff is everything in OTK. Tips works his ass off for everybody. The staff works their ass off for everybody. And just seeing how stressed Tips would get from behind the scenes situations that he was trying his fucking best to handle and people would talk to him like shit was so frustrating. I mean this on my whole soul.
That's because he had a lot of drama in
There's
his
very
past,
few people
right?
on this earth that I ever felt were working harder for me and being kinder to me than Tips out. And he never got the flowers that he deserved. Same thing with Jacob. Jacob worked his fucking balls off. And I have such a soft spot for those people because it's not really the OTK that I missed. It's that the fucking staff, man. And making Tips proud every single fucking time I nail a sponsor and nail an event meant everything to me because they worked their ass off. And I knew I got to have fun doing some events, get a little bit of extra clout. That's always nice. But then they get to be able to feed their families and work hard. And they did. They busted their ass for us, man. They really did.
Which I have 30,000 subs. So he considers half his effort wasted if she is like ownership. Yeah, dog. Why would I want a company? Why would anyone want shares of the company? If he's like, yeah. Look, I kind of understand it.
And this is fair.
OTK shares. I just leave OTK and it would end up how it ends without me. So he's like, I'm going to give you half the shares, but I'm leaving OTK and that's the end of the organization. I'm like, what? Yeah,
right.
I don't want these. I propose though, and we make this legal, obviously.
It is a shame though, because seeing all this, it's like it really rehashes old feelings. I do believe at a point in time, OTK was the greatest content org that ever existed.
It was. Absolutely was. Dude, it was.
But OTK at its peak was so.
Dude, I remember the fucking events S-Fan did, the fucking the goblin shit. Oh my god. Dude, and even the fucking game show with Mizkif was so fucking peak, man. It really was. Like, you gotta hand it to him. At the time, I don't give a fuck. I know everybody was cheating on the show, but it was so fucking entertaining. It really was. It sucks to see, like, we will never get that kind of content ever again.
Bro, Loot Goblins was fucking awesome. S-Fan was such a good host of Loot Goblins. You know, for real. Such a good fucking host. I even liked the Trash Talk tournament before it was illegal to trash talk during that tournament. That was gay. You know, dude, to give Miz credit, I thought Miz was a great host of School as well.
He was. He really was.
Such good.
It was really fucking. It was really good.
We did. But fuck, that is just a memory now, isn't it? It's a fucking bummer, bro. What a shame. Long ass time ago.
Instead of 50% of the shares, bro, when you see a percentage followed by a smaller percentage, you're like, wait a minute. Instead of 50% of the shares, you take 20% of my share of the sale of the company when it eventually sells, and then I'll work to save it. Wait, so after I get you out the company, I'll save it. But how about instead of the 50% of, you know, his share or their share that she would be legally entitled to, he offers her 20% of.
Dude, Henry, there's no fucking way. You could have read that and then come up with this fucking retarded ass fucking take to where you can't understand why he would do this. He literally fucking said that if he gave her 50% of his OTK shares after that happened, he was going to leave the fucking company. OTK was fucking dead. Those shares would be fucking worthless. So what he's saying is he's making a promise with her here that if she takes 20% of the shares, he's going to try to rebuild the company up, and then maybe eventually, then they can sell it and she makes fucking profit. She will make more profit if he's able to rebuild the fucking company up than if fucking she has 50%. He fucking leaves. Come on, how fucking stupid can you be here?
My share of the sale of the company. I thought he offered her 50% out the gate. There were so many people who reiterated Nick Palome's talking point that he offered her 50%, only for Discord log to say, well, when it came to OTK, he offered her 20%.
Are you?
This is about a selling of the shares.
Yes.
Milena didn't want the shares, so NMPLOL offered 50% of the assets, and Milena said no. She wanted 60% of the realized profits. No.
It's not even that text on here. Like I'm saying, this guy is so fucking brain dead on this right here. He's saying that if he gives her 50% of the shares, he's going to lead the fucking company. She's gonna be stuck with 50% of Nick's shares of the company, which would be fucking worthless. That is, she can't even wipe her fucking ass with the fucking toilet paper she would get from selling that. He's saying that he would hold on to his shares. She would get 20% of his shares. I don't know how much that is of the actual company. And maybe eventually, if he can rebuild the company up, those shares it will be infinitely worth, this 20% is going to be worth way more than a fucking dollar. You see what I'm saying here?
Gain of profits, aka shares. So this is clearly a talking point of Nick trying to explain to her how she's going to make money off of selling the shares because Melania
exactly
in the court document. It is already proven in the court of
law. Yes, when it eventually sells, they don't work to save it.
50% of everything. This is written down. It's in legal documents. It was approved by a judge. It was seen. The public has seen it. Everybody has seen
Instead
it.
of the 50% of the shares, you take 20% of my share of the sell the company when it eventually sells.
How are you trying to rewrite history that everybody in public has already seen? What is the point of lying? What is the point in lying? Why not go after real villains rather than make them up?
All he's seeing here is he's reading, 50% share, 20%? Wow, I'm getting 20% instead of 50? He's fucking not reading at all.
NMPLOL is right, and they don't want to cover that to vindicate him. You are being schizophrenic and trying to make him appear guilty when he is not.
It's not that. He's
all right.
He doesn't care.
Let me get back to you. Glad we're doing.
That soundboard was just about the cringiest shit I've ever heard.
You're doing well though. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to share with you, like how and why all this stuff happened, but you never wanted to answer my calls, and I don't want to type everything out. But it's quite dire. Yeah, dog. I mean, this right here is quite dire. This is quite disappointing. But let's go to Petitioner's Exhibit 97.
Oh my God.
Stuff? Yeah, now, this is December 2nd, 2024. Remember, she filed for divorce in January. So he, I guess, had a moment of clarity. I'm sorry. For what? He says, I was scrolling pictures last night of us because I keep getting them recommended. 9 years, you had my back. And the 1 year you needed me the most, I failed you. And I'm sorry. Is this accountability? I'm sorry.
No, dude, dude, you've been divorced yourself. There's never, I fucking refuse to believe it. There was not one time you sat back and thought, man, damn, like, we had good time back then. Like, fuck them. What happened? Like, like, he's reminiscent, man. Like, he's thinking about fucking the good memories they had together. This is completely fucking normal. It just didn't work out. And she puts a feels bad, man. Like, it's not, dude,
sorry for 2004. Like, what, 9 years you had my back and the 1 year you needed me, I failed you? So is he admitting that he wasn't there for her? Man, Nick,
he's not saying that. He's thinking about the good times.
That one out of context screenshot sure does look bad. I guess he's a human trafficker. Good Lord, bro.
It's not even out of context. He did not understand what all was being said here.
Get a fucking grip.
And this picture that just keeps popping up everywhere on X, Nick, 22 years old, and his 17-year-old girlfriend, DreamHack 2013. A lot of people are speculating when they started dating. So I did some research. NMPLOL posted that he was in a relationship with Melania December 4th, 2013. That's interesting. And yeah, we know he.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think TechTone knows anything about this. I don't think he was fucking as unemployed as I was back in the day. But he may have heard about something about it, but I don't, it's...
Fancies himself the White Poo Slayer. Okay. He did post this picture of them.
Legal in Europe.
2013.
That is crazy how long they've been together. It's so...
Technically, it was legal if she came to the United States as well. It's just not, I mean...
sad. It's so sad what content creation can do to a relationship.
But he's right here. Henry's trying to make Nick out to be a pedophile. By showing that right there and not giving any kind of context, he's trying to make Nick out into be a pedophile. And it's fucking, it's so disingenuous. And he didn't say it, but that's what he's trying to say. And it's fucking disgusting.
Interesting. This is before the relationship. She posted, next project, getting my cheek piercings back. She added, Nick, that I'm re-piercing my cheeks in Sweden. Nick says, nice. More hoes to fill. Wink, wink. Now look, man. He didn't, like, when did he meet her? Did he meet her in 2013 or did he meet her in like 2012?
He's so cringe sometimes, bro. He's so cringe. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. What the hell?
But at the end of the day, Jesus Christ. More exhibits will come out, I promise you guys. But what do you think of these? Let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. So, as you can tell, the entire video is just horrifically framed shit and out of context screenshots.
Yep.
And it's embarrassing that people actually think that this guy is even worth listening to. It's lame as fuck. It really fucking is. And so we have a response from NMPLOL that we're going to pull up right here to finish it off. 4 minutes. Should be quick.
Yesterday, some super illiterate fake lawyer decided to, release some.
I'm not gonna watch. We watched this already.
Was leaked to the internet, or even your. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. If your deepest, darkest moment was leaked to the internet, or even your deepest, darkest search history was leaked to the internet, it probably wouldn't look too good now, would it? And that's why I feel like it's so unfair to content creators like NMPLOL whenever they break up with somebody who is a documented fucking psycho comes to light, because it just crosses boundaries I don't think should ever be crossed with a viewer.
At the name of a different law firm to see if I can take action against this individual who just won't leave me alone.
I want you to imagine if your worst argument with your mother or your father or your partner ever came on the public, how quickly you would be canceled. Just think about that.
No, I understand what he's saying here, but it's
so we'll see how this goes going forward.
I understand what he's saying, but none of what he did is illegal here. That's just all right. Me
working with Mugen? Well, guess what? It was already documented that they fucking were. The same thing with all of Rich Campbell's allegers. They were all working together.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they will coordinate these attacks against their partners because they're fucking miserable about them.
But we'll see how that goes. Going forward, is people don't leave me alone. Like, just even yesterday, the poster was posted by some Miz kid who just can't move on, and it was out of context screenshots. And I had to clear it up in the comments. It's just leave me alone. I don't get it. I'm not bothering y'all. I don't talk about y'all. I'm not mentioning y'all until you mention me. So we're just trying to go forward. We don't got now we have to get legal with it. So I didn't really want to do that, but it's just getting to the point where we just have to go, man. We came back, we had a great comeback. Things are good, everything's going well. And then upsets people because they're not doing well themselves. So they're going to try and come after me. And
I just noticed this. What the fuck? 15,000 and 20,000 Norway trip. He has to be fucking trolling here, right? He fucking has to be trolling here if he's fucking planning a Norway trip. There's no fucking way.
I've been nice up until this point. I haven't really said much, even with all the...
He has. Nick has tried very hard to move on, and he's very good at doing that. I don't know how he does it. I'm a guy who cannot shut his mouth. NMP is a guy who's very good at shutting his mouth.
The legal stuff that I've talked about, it's just been reading straight up documents and rulings and things like that. But no more. So, you push me, I'm push back now. So that's kind of what's gonna go on. So, I don't want to do it. I don't. I gave people ample time to stop bothering me, and they just didn't do it. So now we just gotta go. And whatever happens at this point. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. No, it's not demon time. That was cringe.
Demon time.
It's just. I'm just letting you guys know if you see these sort of any of these exhibitions or exhibits, I think they're called. Exhibitions is something completely different. That's all.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah. So it's what I said before. It's he in every way it's his right. He can do what he did. I just fucking wish he would not be a fucking prick about it and give context to both sides and tell it as fair as he can be. Henry never used to be this fucking soulless piece of fucking shit. He never this so along the line, man. I don't know what happened to this guy. He fucking just lost his way, and it's sad. But as always, everyone, have a good night and peace out.